Yeah, we're in pretty temperate spot. Yeah, actually, I don't know. Well, that might freeze over. If that does, we're going to be in trouble. I didn't think about that. Well, I guess if it does, we'll discover the art of cavern building. Okay, butcher shop is done. He will automatically go and do what he needs to do. You don't have to do anything with the butcher shop. He'll go do it. However, a butcher shop kind of has a couple different tasks to it. He will go. He's not going to go cut like ravens or anything, but he'll go catch. I think he goes and catches like mice and things, doesn't he? I think. But he's going to need a like a leather worker because we'll have skins. We may butcher some of our animals as well. So let's go and do right next to him. We'll put in a tanner, which is where's the tanner at? Here it is, right there. We'll just set that next to the butcher, right there. Make it out of its logs are right next to it. So we'll put that in there, and then we'll put in a leather works also. We can stash it out here too. Sure. Sand pair of logs. It's all kind of a big. They all go together, so that'll be fine. Our table is in here, so they'll be a little more happy about that. Any more tables? Yeah. We can come back to our queue. Go look at our mechanism. He's still making those mechanisms. We can make those traction benches too if we want. We can add that in. This is in case somebody gets hurt, breaks a leg or whatever. Then we can hit Shift R to make a couple traction benches. I'm just gonna make one. I think it takes a mechanism and a table to make one of those. I think. But we have made a lever now. I didn't do fishery yet. So let's build that lever that I was going to do before, which is up here in traps and levers. And a lever. And we have the mechanism now. We're just going to set it back. What is set it like right here? With our chalk mechanisms that we have made to make a lever. Yeah, I set a fishing spot. I didn't set a fishing... We're still catching them, but we're not... I didn't set that up. I can put it in here, I guess. So let's go back to workshops. This is another, like a kitchen. We're going to go to W and go into a... where is it? Where's the fishery? Fishery. There it is. And this is just like a kitchen, but it's for the fish man. And we could put it outside. I don't know. Anyone know what's better for fishing? Fishing is worthwhile for crafting with shells. Yeah, we get shells from turtles and things. Should we put it out? Should we put it there? I don't know. Well, I actually don't know where I put it. I either put it there or I put it on the shore next to where my people are fishing. But, yeah, they're still catching fish. And you can see that guy just brought a fish in and dumped it in that barrel there. So we're still eating fish. This, I think, will take, like, turtle shells. And we can have a collection of shells that we can make things out of. Which, sure. Fishing near the food stockpile is the best. All right. I guess so, because you can bring it back here and then we can just kind of haul it back and forth over there. Makes sense. Do we have any food yet? Let's go hit Z and then look at the kitchen. Nope. But we do have a lot of pump helmets gathering up. Let me work on another farm. I'm going to D for digging again. We're going to dig out a little spot down here. Again, we can't farm where there's stone. We can there's ways of getting around it. You can, yeah. There's ways of getting around it. But we're just going to throw in, we're going to work on dirt for now. Anybody have these rooms claimed yet? Yeah, there we go. Rakust is living in that one. We've got Vukar over here. Zuntir. I guess they're not sharing a bedroom. Jim Skinnett. And yeah. And then we got a couple extra ones over here. So people have their rooms. Eventually they'll start throwing things in. Like they'll put their shoes around it. They're slobs. If you don't have a stockpile for raw fish, your fish cleaner has to cross the map every time he needs to clean a fish. He needs a fish to clean. Should I put a stockpile for fish right in here? Would that be a custom and then a food stockpile? Fish? Like this? Unprepared fish? I should have that. Unprepared fish. So I'm going to block everything. Put an unprepared fish stockpile in here. Let's permit those. Unprepared fish. Okay. And just stash it like right next to this guy. Okay. Oh, it's also a good idea to have corpses next to your corpse stockpile over here. So we're going to go back to P and go to a corpse stockpile and set this one right in here. So any corpses out there, they can toss it in that pile so the butcher can get to them easy. We don't have a lot of room over here, but we can get a little bit. So let's go back into build and a farm plot, which is P. And you can see where it's saying no mud or soil for a farm. That's where it troubles with oops, I did that wrong. Sorry. I always forget P, and then we have to do the K a bunch, and then U a bunch. We'll do that. Those green squares will be our new farm plot. I actually have 2 farm plots because I made that little one there. Because I was trying to use my arrow keys. Okay, so our unprepared fish will go... Oh, there's one. Is that a barrel they put over there? They stash them in barrels? Oh, I don't know if I've ever done that before. See, I don't know what I'm doing either. If we had more dwarves around here, I would make this more pretty and start carving out these walls. Because it's all ugly. It'd be extra pretty if we did some more work here. Okay, so we got a basic fortress. I think we're done with basic fortress things. Once that lever gets put in, then we'll be good. We've got a closed off place. I don't think we have anyone that has mechanics, do we? We do. Rakust. You have mechanics? Let me zoom to Rakust and make sure that he has. You do. You have yeah, you have it. Okay. Okay, you're good. Make sure that lever gets built. Enough bins and barrels. Yeah, we need lots of builders. So that's what's. Is that what happened over here? Where are my mugs at? Where'd they get put? Maybe I got put over here in the bins. These X's are bins. So maybe they're in there? I don't know. All our barrels got hauled away. There's one right there. All of our mugs got hauled away. We can always hit Q and see what people are doing. Making that traction bench. If it's A right there, it means he's working on it right now. Which is good. He's got a cat watching him. Is that a cat? No, cats are small C's. That's part of the bench, I think. Work orders. We'll get there. My farm's unsafe. Yeah, we could put a door in here. Let's go ahead and do that. I think I have an extra one. Yeah. Nope, need a door. Farm is unsafe. That's a good point. So you get this guy over here in yellow. He's got a beer, a mug in his hands. He went over to go get a beer. He's going to have a drink. We only have 3 tables. We'll get there. The lever is done.
The new season is autumn.
I'll talk about sounds. Don't let me forget about sound sense and talking about it and how to set it up. Let's go look at our lever. Made out of chalk. We're going to add a task. So let's link this up to a bridge. B. There's all kinds of things we can do with this thing. So these are levers. So this is basically, well, it's a mechanism system. So if you want to set up a cage that you can hear all these weird stories about Dwarf Fortress and what people do with things. We could have like, maybe we had this hallway maybe we had it a little more closed off. Or just an entry room. So if someone attacks us, we could have a bunch of cages lined up and all tied up to some levers in another room somewhere. And in those cages, maybe we set those cages out in the world somewhere and we fill them with, I don't know, zombies or elephants or something terrible. And we can just line a bunch of cages up with elephants and zombies here. And then if we get attacked and they pour into this room, we pull the lever and all the things come out and attack them. Tigers, all that kind of stuff. That's something you can do with it. That's where you do a cage there. You can link it up to doors, like the hatches. You can link everything up to this stuff. Spikes and spears, gears, so we're going to just make a bridge, though. We're going to link it up to that. It's going to point to what bridge you want. You'll have a list here of bridges. We have just one, so it's all we need to work about. We're going to hit enter to assign it. And it wants a mechanism, which we're going to do. It wants 2 mechanisms to link that bridge up. The bigger the bridge, the more mechanisms it's going to need. And so there's a job now to go link building to trigger. So let's add... we're done. Just escape. We're out of that. Let's see. We got bedrooms. We have defense. We don't have military yet. He's on a rotten raw fish. He'll bring it in. The drowning room always works. Yeah, right. You can pull a lever, which opens a hatch, which brings water in, or lava. All kinds of terrible things you can do to the elves that come by. Nobles. We ready on nobles? Okay. So, as we looked before, we saw that our fortress, we don't know how much wealth we've made. We don't know any of this stuff. We don't know how many food stores we have. This is all questionable. So, we need to give jobs to our dwarves. They've been here long enough. It's time for them to work. Let's go to inn, which is nobles. Where is that? Nobles and administrators. Administrators is what we're really dealing with here. All right. So we have a new list. We have expedition Ustuth, our expedition leader. He's fine. We want to go and make sure we have assigned a we'll start from the bottom. A bookkeeper. This is the guy that tells me how many fish I have, or how many meat I have, or how many beers I have, or meals. This guy is important. So we're going to hit enter to fill that vacancy, and we can put somebody in that spot using the arrow keys. Nobody has any skills. Nobody knows how to do this job. If they did, it'd be listed over here. Usually the first guy is the one who does it. So we're just going to give it to Jim. Jim's not very good, but he'll eventually learn things. You can see that Jim, it read, he requires something. Jim wants something. Jim's like, hey, I'm important. Give me something. So we can go and we can hit S to look at, no, not that one yet. We can hit, is it enter to look at it? Yeah, enter to see what he wants. He has a meager quarters. He's fine with that. He needs a meager office, which is what he wants. He has no office. He's like, hey, I'm important. I need an office. So we'll get there in a moment. Escape. So that's Jim's job. We also need a broker who's going to tell us the value of our fortress and all that. Same thing. Enter, and we find someone who knows how to do broker things, which nobody does. A lot of times when usually you get more than 2 migrants, and there'll be a whole list of people that know how to do things. Sometimes you get like 50 people coming in. So we're going to give it to Udil the Thresher. He's a new guy. He can count the ways. He's fine. He's like, office. I don't need an office. I'm fine. We need a doctor, so we'll hire a doctor. I guess it's because you can also mark these whenever you do your Oregon Trail style assembling your caravan. You can also give your dwarves skills. And typically what I do is I have a medical dwarf and an administrator dwarf. So I used to have these things covered, but it's not really necessary because when you get migrants, they'll fill those jobs. Now, when they do these jobs, if something comes up, they will go and do it. Broker's most important skill is appraiser. Without it, you can't see trade value and depot. Yeah, I know. We'll get there in a bit. We're going to give this is the doctor, Zuntir. He knows how to clean a fish. He knows how to be a doctor. About the same thing, right? Manager is... Why does no one have any skills? You guys are all worthless. Manager will give it to Keycrust. Doesn't really matter. He wants an office too, apparently. Yep, he wants an office. The hammer is, someone does something bad. They got to get a beating. Happens from time to time. We're going to put Toasted Cheesemaker. He can go in there. And then Sheriff, who goes and arrests folks. We're going to say these aren't really that important right now, but they will be Kubuk. Can go do that. Who also wants an office. Military Commander, we'll cover that in a minute. Okay. We'll give these guys offices. I guess we can do it now. So, let's go. Someone should probably... Yeah, we can replace those when we get someone that actually has those skills. Let's make some offices across the way, I guess. Unless we have somewhere better over here. Is this good underground? We can put one there. Let's just do them over here. So we'll make an office. Let's do like, 2 by 3. Extra fancy. Not anything too crazy, So we only needed 3 offices. I'll do a 4th one. Like that. And so we'll put in there, we'll put a table and chair, basically, is all we're really going to put in there. Let's see. Cheesemaker has experience with bacteria. Sure. We call it miasma here. Yeah, we've got idlers. This is people that stand around doing nothing. Which is fine to have a few idlers. You don't want to have everyone doing jobs because then you get bogged down in things. That's that. I got to mark out my field that what I want it to grow. Well, my farmer is where's my farmer doing? Where's my farmer at? Who's my farmer? It was one of these guys. They have new jobs, titles now. Oh, there he is. Keycrust. What are you doing, Keycrust? Hey. Keycrust, do you have... Let me go look at you. Go look at Keycrust. Z to zoom to him. Do you have... You have farming in the fields. Yeah, you're good. Okay, you're good. I would like you to go and... I'm going to put architecture on you, though, so you know how to... Your name's Keycrust Bell Twinkles. Are you an elf? Hey, Rolif. Fisher, not a doctor. Get to counting the fish. Yeah, that's right. Fish counting. Important task. Oh, let me show my bridge off. Let's see what it does. So, this is dangerous sometimes, but we're going to come and Q again. Q looked at everything. We have a lever here. Let's add a new task for this lever. I would like you to, pointing for some reason, pull the lever. Shift P. Okay. In for doing it now. So somebody will come over here and pull this lever. Watch the bridge. There it goes. It's closed. Now we have a wall, a solid wall here, where this bridge once was. And there we go. Now we're all closed off except for our farmers.
You think I can do this?
He can't find a path because, yeah, I'm sorry, buddy. Can you get out of the way, please? He's going to get smashed. That's another example of what an atom smasher is. If you're ever confused about that term, same thing. We're going to come back and we're going to pull this lever again. It's very important that no one be behind that lever when it gets pulled. Please move, because that's what happens. You may notice that he's not there anymore. Basically, he doesn't exist anymore. Ustaf has taken over the job of so that's another viable defense, is making bridges and just pulling levers and then smashing folks as they go by. So one dwarf down. Keycrust, the planter, is no longer with us. So that is an example of what was he a job? Did he have a job? He did. He was my manager. So let's give that job to somebody else. We'll give it to will Vukar have a job? No, we'll give it to Vukar. Can I have more dwarves now? Did we ever? Where didn't we get a? Where's all my trade people? I'm a little confused by this. What to do about a ghost? Yeah, we should probably do that. We'll cover that in a bit. This is why you're retracting bridges. Yeah, retracting bridges. Yeah, that's certainly a viable thing. Was he my planter? He was, wasn't he? Udil. Congratulations, buddy. You've just been promoted to my farmer. Gather some plants, process those plants. Sure. There you go, buddy. Been promoted. Graves are important. Yeah, so let's go. We have somehow one of our dwarves died. We don't know how, but it happens. We're gonna come over here to our mason, and I think we saw this before. Hit A to build a new thing. We're gonna see our slab, memorial slab, rock slab. Make one slab, please. So this is basically a tombstone. Don't think of it that way. Hey, Mr. Riemann. Hey, I was just complaining about this. A caravan has arrived. Bypass your inaccessible site. What do you mean accessible? No, it's fine. It's fine. What do you mean? What happened? What happened? Are trees in the way? I'm looking at my path. My depot is inaccessible because of trees. This is why we hate trees. Why is no one chopping these trees down? So we have these trees. You can see them highlighted as if they're supposed to be chopped down, but no one's doing it. So we're going to go to Vukar. Zoom on him. So, Vukar, will you go and do some wood cutting, please? Okay. So hopefully we'll chop some trees down quickly so we can get this. They can't make it through, I guess because of those trees. Hopefully he'll go out and do that. We can turn jobs off if we want. Here he comes. There he is, chopping trees down. They're still here. We can hit U and C. They're still hanging out there. There's Domus, the merchant. We got Dealer, the mace dwarf. Moses, the spear dwarf. You know, just the guards. There's a donkey or a mule. There's another merchant there, Kivish. And our liaison to the home is there as well. Hey, Zaineg. So the guy I was just talking about, the what's his face? Our liaison has showed up, and he's saying, "I'm the liaison from the mountain homes from our home fortress. Let's discuss your situation." Yeah, what do you got, buddy? There's much to share. So he's telling me there's all kinds of new news out in the world. So one big part of this game is the world is crazy developed, and there's all kinds of depth and detail and all these things that are happening, and they're still happening even as you play the game. We've been playing for almost like 6 months or so, and things have happened. So we can say, all we can do is finish peeking on the conversation. Now he's asking, what do we want him to bring next year when he comes? What do you want him to bring? Do we care if we say, yeah, I want plus and minus goes down this way, and then the arrow keys do this one? I'd like some iron bars. We can hit the arrow key, and so we'll say, I really want iron bars next time. So then they'll bring more iron bars if we care. I don't know if there's anything. I don't really have anything that I really care for them to bring. So I'm not gonna care. So I'm gonna hit escape. I don't care. Now he's saying, remember, trade agreements strengthen bonds. Consider an import agreement next year. Sure, whatever. Let's discuss what we are willing to offer for your craftsmanship. All right, we just hit A over this a bunch of times. What do you got? So this is what they're paying for. They would really like to pay for crossbows and fish. You can see they're paying more. They want this stuff. Tools. They kind of want anvils. They want amulets for sure. They really want earrings. So if I trade this stuff, they'll give me more money for it. We'll look forward to meeting you next year. Fortunes rise and fall together. So as soon as this gets cleared out, the outpost, the folks should come. Where are they? Oh, Key Crust has been missing for a week. What happened? Key Crust. Oh, there it is. Okay, I made it. Okay, so we chopped a tree down that was in the way, and now they have made it. So the I missed the caravan coming in. Has come in and dropped its stuff off in our depot here. So we can come over here, Q again. Q, look at everything. And if we want to trade with them, so we want to sell things to them, hey, STM, and we want to buy. We want to sell things to them to get money, and we want to buy things from them. So let's go and move goods to the depot. So what do they want? We have all, this is all the stuff in our fortress. They want fish. So I can give them a couple barrels of fish. So I'm going to highlights, up and down goes this, and then a right arrow over to highlight it, and I'll hit enter. So pending means we're going to be bringing these barrels of fish over to the trade depot to sell it. We got a lot of wine around. I'm going to hang on to that though. This is all the stuff we have in our inventory. You want to keep at least one anvil around. Bone crafts, yeah, we'll get there. We have a step ladder, a wheelbarrow and a step ladder. Well, those are easy to make, so we'll sell those to them. They wanted some tools. We have lots of barrels, more empty buckets. We have a whole bin worth of mugs. I'll sell those. I can make new ones. We have a bin full of quivers, and some yarn, some plants. We have some ropes. The ropes, the splints, and the crutches are all in a bin, which we're carrying over there already. So there we go. That's good enough. They'll carry some stuff. We don't have to buy a lot of stuff. We also do want to call our trader to the depot. Trader to the depot is this guy, broker. So Udil will go run over there and go talk with these guys. Anyone, you can mark it to where if anyone can do it, you can say right now it's only broker can talk to him. Ideally, the broker is someone who actually is good at knowing how much things are worth, and so we can not get hosed on this deal, but we don't have a good broker. So we can also hit B and say anyone can talk to the guy, but it's fine. Do I have any chairs and tables? I'm going to build a couple. Nope, I don't. Tables? I do have a table. Somebody set a table up in... I'll set it up over here. We'll start getting a couple of these offices made. Make these people happy. And we'll make us some chairs. Back to the mason. Q, I'm going over there and make a couple thrones, which are chairs. Okay. I ended up selling a bunch of my mugs, so I want to go to my craft dwarf again and tell him to make a few more mugs. I'm going to make like 2 mugs. Last time you went a little crazy. A couple mugs. And anything else I need? I don't think so right now. Crafts. Okay. So now that this is here, this is actually a good point. If my broker had any sort of skill, right? We did all that. He has no skill, so it doesn't actually do us any good. He's worthless. But because they're here, we want to give them things that are worth money. And if we give them things that are worth money, our value of our fortress will go up. The fortress, the mountain homes will say, "Hey, we like that place. More migrants. Give them more dwarves." So we do want to make things that make a lot of money. So we can go to our crafts dwarf shop and we can tell them we probably have some shell things laying around from turtles we've eaten out of the river over there. So we can make some shell crafts. We can make gauntlets and leggings out of shell if we want. And I mean, we can wear these things, helms for our guards. But we're just gonna make some shell crafts. I'm gonna put it on repeat. So any shells we get in here, make crafts, and we'll sell those things. No, nothing really new. I'm probably not going to get anything new really this time, other than if you hit C, this takes you to the world map. We are this spot here that starts you on. We are the Lancer of Onslaught is the name of our civilization. We are the Crimson Gear. That's our name there. You can see our fortress of Truebolt. You can look around the world if you want. There's other dwarven fortresses over here. There's 400 dwarves in this one over this way. You can see there's artifacts, which is a big part of the game now. There's a monastery there. No one lives there. The little circle there. There's a dwarven fortress over this way. We've got dark goblin pits nearby. We can eventually send out expeditions to go take care of these guys at some point. There's elves nearby. You can see, actually, an important thing. We are at war with the elves. Excellent. Excellent. One thing very important to remember. Elves are the worst. There's basically nothing worse than elves in this game. There's a human fortress over here. Only 30 elves, 30 humans there. They're at peace with us. We can still fight them either way. They hate us. But that happens. There's a human hamlet over there. There's a... you kind of take some time to get used to this ASCII, but there's a few things around. We got more monasteries over this way. The main thing to pay attention to is all the artifacts. Artifacts are good stuff. If we had some artifacts in our fortress, that would... Maybe we would get more than 2 people visiting us. Maybe. There's a Dwarven Tower of Ring Rush here. Who are we at war with? This is not a friendly Dwarven Tower. This is a Necromancer. These eyes are I think their eyes are always Necromancer. It may have changed with this recent one, actually. We're at peace with the goblins. Peace with the goblins. All right. But we are at war with this dwarf who has all kinds of artifacts. One of these artifacts is a book that can raise the dead. And so he has an army of dead things walking around his tower. He may come visit us at some time because we're pretty close. So we'll keep an eye out for that guy. But I think elves might be our first thing we have to kill. We'll explain why we haven't gotten any traders from the elves. All right, so now that this trade has highlighted, means my broker is there. He's ready to work with these guys. I don't see anyone carrying any goods around anymore, so I think we've got everything hauled over there. We can probably haul some crafts if we want to, but let's just T for trade. All right, let's trade. So all the stuff that I selected is over on the right side. This is my stuff. You can use my town name. This is all their stuff. They have lots and lots of stuff. Page down to see all this stuff. They have lots of good stuff. They have plump helmets. They have brown recluse spider silk bags. They have iron shields. All kinds of stuff. Yeah, I'll take some of that. They even have, like I mentioned before, they've got a book, Meditation on Surveying. They have crutches. I don't have one book. They have a keyboard. Okay, so we want to say you can have all my stuff. So I'm going to hit Shift Enter to mark all my goods for trade. Which is, it's like that because this barrel is holding all this stuff. All these quivers, ropes. Actually, I'm not gonna... Can I say not? Yeah, it's fine. Trade everything. And there's more pages here. Keep on going down. So all this stuff is for sale. It has a value of 1,700 bucks. 1,700 dwarf bucks. And we would like to buy some things. So what do we want to buy? Worth about 1,400 or so because traders want to they want a bit of a profit. Hey Anton, so what do we want? We can buy an alpaca from him. We can buy a duck. I don't know why we want a duck, but we could buy that if we wanted to. We can buy some toy hammers. We can actually, you know what? I think I do want to keep that. I do want a rope. I'm just gonna buy a cheap rope just to have one around. Buy a couple ropes. Actually, this is cheaper. Cheap rope. So if you just hit enter on it, means you're going to keep it. Let me go look down here. So we've got buckets we can make are fine. Just make them out of wood. We can't do iron things. We can't do weapons. We don't have any weapons. We could buy a bronze warhammer. It's pretty cheap. 45 bucks for a bronze warhammer. Sure. I'll take that. We can get somebody geared so they can fight. We can give them some armor as well. Maybe not boots. We can give him boots. We can give him a buckler. Bucklers are easy to make, but that's cheap. We'll buy him one. I think if I remember correctly, iron, whether it's iron or a wooden buckler, it's the same thing. We can give him a copper hat. Of course, the better material things are, the more defensive it's going to be. But he got a hat now. He's got a buckler. He's got a weapon. We'll give him a... Don't have any armor? Hey now. No armor? Bronze helm. There's a leather shirt. I guess it's kind of terrible. Alright, fine. It's cheap. I'll take it. So we've got armor for him. He doesn't have any legs yet. And we'll get that. He'll be alright. He doesn't need to have anything too crazy. These are bins that are carrying... This one bin is carrying a bunch of cloth in it. This one's carrying a bunch of wood in it. I'll buy a couple cloth just to have a little bit on hand. I'm not really growing anything. We can buy anvils. We've got one already. We don't need any of those. We can buy a bunch of food. So, like goat livers. Goat liver is super cheap. We'll buy some. Dog liver. Tasty. Grizzly bear brains. Delicious. Rabbit meat. So, just have a bit of food around. There's fish in here also. We can buy more plump helmets if we need more plump helmets. Sure, it's never hurts to have plump helmets around. We can buy strawberries. When I did my planting, I put them all in the underground. Underground grows mushrooms. If we did this outside, we could grow strawberries and quarry, cranberries and spinach. We could grow all that outside if we wanted to. And again, like, brew it up and have strawberry beer or whatever. There's some steel gloves. It's super expensive. Oh, some steel chain leggings. Copper greaves. I'll take a couple backpacks. Do I want these greaves? I'll buy a... I think I will buy a couple quivers. I think I sold a couple, but I'm going to buy a couple just to have those with me. And spikes, some more cheese, some splints, crutches. I'm going to buy that key. I'm going to buy that keyboard. That's right. That's right. Nice. I'm going to buy that book as well. Okay, so the trader's making $985. Too much. Too much. Too much. I would like... I'm going to take those chain leggings. Steel chain leggings. Okay. So he's getting a profit of $295. Should be good. The more we trade with him, the more that can be not quite as much. But we're going to hit T to trade. With all your goods, such as they are, can't fathom you ending up with all these items. So again, he's a jerk. We hate this guy. He's the one to give us all this stuff. So, I don't like this guy. Fine, I won't take any... I'll take less plump helmets. I want the grizzly bear brain, but I'll put it away. Okay, so now it's at 345, so we'll try it again. No, he still doesn't want to. This guy. This guy. I can't stand this guy. Now. Fine, I won't make I can make my own buckler. There. What? Ah! So we made him mad because we... Okay. You know what, buddy? I didn't want to trade with you anyway. So now they're leaving. We made him mad because we're trying to give him a 500 dwarf buck profit, or 400, and he got mad and left. That guy, Kivish. That Kivish guy. We really wanted... Oh, we actually have marks now. We really want to do that because it gives us exported wealth. Exported wealth is what falls into... That and created wealth is really what falls into the value of our fortress. So, yeah. Filthy, filthy dwarves. A lot of times what we do whenever there's elves that try to trade with us, we just kill them. Elves are stupid. They usually don't bring any defenses. They're the worst. Have I mentioned how much we hate elves? This is all vanilla stuff, so my clean interface is I don't know, maybe it's just me. Oh, I did zoom in quite a ways. Well, I can zoom in further. Scroll wheel. Alright, did the guy ever get that thing made? No, what are you waiting for? He needs farming fields. What are you doing? He's busy doing other things. He's picking those plants. Yeah, he'll get there. Alright, another important thing. As much as we don't like those dwarf traders, and as much as we want to strike them down, we're not gonna. Because don't mess with the dwarves. No, I won't do adventure mode. Not today. Stealing a wheelbarrow. Yeah, wheelbarrows are super easy to make. Let's go make some of those. So we're going to carpenter shop, and we can make a wheelbarrow. We'll make a couple of those. We can make a... I'll make a bookcase. Maybe I'll get a book one of these days. We'll make a couple splints, a flint and a crutch, just to have that stuff around. Because those are nice to have. Sorry, Anton. This is vanilla day. Is that table done? It is. It's blinking because it's showing me there's something underneath it. So now we're going to go highlight the chair like we did before with the tables. We're going to highlight the chair, though, and make this a throne room or study. Hit R. And same way, I'm actually going to minus a little bit so it just covers that. If I put a door in, it would block that. We're going to hit... I should do a little more. Yeah, it's fine. We'll do that. And we're going to assign this one, though. Assign this chair. This is going to be... Let's see who needed an office before we actually do that. Let's go to in, and we know that our sheriff wants an office, our manager wants one, and our bookkeeper wants one as well. I'm going to go ahead and give Jim his first. So let's go back where I was doing before. And a Q to go over there. And we're going to assign this one this time. So this is going to be Jim's chair. So this is Jim's spot. So now if we can go in here, we can go back to in, and we can see Jim is happy. Jim's very happy. The text is a little funny, but we can go look in. We can S, not S. We can hit enter on him. And he has his meager quarters. He's happy about that. He has his modest office, which is what he needs a meager one. He's got a modest one. He's fine. He's fine. Want to see a temple? Okay. We'll get there. We'll do all that in a second. One other thing with our bookkeeper is these numbers, as you can see, are all sort of random question marks. Like, it's about 20 seeds, about 40, because he's not spending much time with it. He's just sort of like looking at a book, tossing it away, saying, yeah, that's close enough. He walked in, he just sort of eyeballed it. But we want a good number. So we're going to back to in, back to Jim, and S to settings. We're going to mark that all the way to the highest precision. He's going to spend a little more time in his office, but it'll help get those numbers more accurate. Okay, so let's talk about those new things. So we have temples, we have inns, we have what's the other one? Guild halls, and we have something else. We have all kinds of things. Let's make those things. Let's go ahead and dig up this way. Actually, let's go this way. Like that. We'll continue up here a little bit as well. Like that. If we need to get another room of bedrooms, we can do that over here. Kind of on the edge here, though, actually. So we won't go too much out. So we'll go out to, like, here for now. I'm about to go to a different Z level. Probably should do that. You know what? Let's do Z levels. Yeah. Everyone whines about every game not having Z levels. Dwarf Fortress has it. Let's use it. All right, so we've got, we'll say right in the middle of the fortress here. There's a big spot here. Let's go down. All right, so this is the most complicated part of the game. Digging. All right, so we're going to go D with dig. And we want to dig downstairs. So we want a J downstairs. We're going to make not just one because it messes with frame rates, I think. I think it still does this. We're going to make a 4 wide square downstairs. So someone's going to come over here and dig that out. Should do it pretty quick. You just wait. You just wait. You just wait. All right. So you can see blue man coming in here. We got arrows. They're done. So that is now a downstairs. We can hit shift and period. And we're down to the next level. This is a wrong button. This is, I'm hitting K to look at some chalk walls here. So now we're down a level. Now we can go back to D. And if the stairs go down. They don't go up though. They only go down. So if you want to come down to this level and go back up, you have to build upstairs. Or maybe you want to go even further down. You can have an up-down stair. Daz Tactic has a pretty good video on this that just explains just this, where you've got like how digging and how levels work. You've got like top ceilings and then, yeah, so it's a complicated thing, but I don't even know how to explain it real well. We're just going to do an up-down stair down here. You have to do downstairs first, and then you can do it up-down stair. We're digging this way. So now we're going to put in a stair going down and going back up, because if you go just down, you can't go back up. So think of it as we're building escalators. I think is how I explained it a long time ago. This escalator only goes down, but this escalator goes up and down. Yeah, you know, we could, since we go down, we could connect that farm up. Actually, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. We should do that. We can put a wall here, and then dig. We can dig over here. Yeah, we should do that. We could actually do it right here, couldn't we? Yeah. Why not? Let's just do this. So we'll go something like that, and over to there, and then down there to meet up. There we go. And we'll put a wall. So you know what? Let's build a wall. Let's go to B for building. This is a building, but it's a wall. Walls and what I just did there with digging with the stairs was digging into the ground. D is for going into the ground. If you want to build like walls and things outside, you have to go to build and then shift C, which is, where is it? What's it called? Next page. Shift C is wall, floor, stairs, and tracks. So we're going to put in we'll put a wall in. I'm going to set it right. Is that safe? Is that even in? We're going to put a wall right there. We're going to do that. Yeah, we'll do it right here. Out of microcline. So we're going to just wall this off right there. I don't think that's safe over there. Is that safe? There's a root there. Maybe. Migrants, please more than 2. Please more than 2. Please more than 2. There's 2. There's a cat. Oh, there's 3. And there's what's R? A rat?
No, it won't work.
Yeah, you can't find path because we blocked it off. Here they come. Look at them all. There's so many. Oh, there's so many. There's cats. Hooray! This is big time. This is big time. So he's blocked in there because we built a wall. We trapped him in there. Well, it's okay. We're digging him out. We'll get that in a minute. All right. Look at all the migrants. We're up to 16 people now. Locum, the bowyer. We got a new woodcutter. We got a ranger. We've got Tosin, Moses. We got Moses number 2. No, that's first Moses. We got Deagle and Itep. You can see Jim's over here updating some stockpile records. He's sitting in his office doing what we told him to do. Good job, Jim. Work harder. All right. Now, back down here, we have dug this out. This is now an up and down stair. So it goes down a level, and it also goes back up. We want to make a whole nother level here, though. So we're going to say, let's dig out. Let's make a nice big area here. And then we're going to go and make some temples. We're going to make a jail. Let's dig a spot here, and we'll make... do we need a roundabout? I think we do. We haven't really had a proper roundabout here, and I said how important it was to build one of those. And this fortress is doomed to fail if we don't have a roundabout in here. So let's go and something like that. And something like that. 16 dwarf metropolis. Thanks, George. Exactly what it is. So we'll come in this way, and we can go, while we're down here, you can kind of go anywhere, like a well-made roundabout. We're going to double this up here. We've got some walls around there. Whoops. Here we go. Mark this thing out. Make some pretty things around here. If you ever watched, what's Cupo on Twitch, he makes some very pretty fortresses. So we're going to go roundabout this way, and then we're going to have temples will go above. We can have a few temples. Let's have Temple Row here. It's like my hometown. And then down this way, we'll put in... we could do offices. We could do... let's do the guild halls over here. What was the other one we need? What's the other one? I forget. I forget. Can I see it here? Meeting area... Locations, taverns, temples, libraries. Libraries is one I forgot. Okay. So, we needed some of those. As you can see, since we have this as our meeting hall, all the new dwarves come in and they meet up here before they go out and do whatever their jobs are. What about bathrooms? Nah, we just go wherever. Okay, we start some cherry opal. We got some more things down here. We're trying to get some digging going in down here. With all these new dwarves, I think we can make this place a little prettier. Is it pretty time? I think it's pretty time. This guy's, hey buddy, what you doing? Why are you just standing there all sad? Let's go and make this place pretty. So let's go to D, and we're gonna go into smoothing some stone, S. And let's smooth out the dining room first, because that's where most dwarves hang out. Dwarves get kind of grumpy whenever things look ugly. So let's smooth that out. So it's it looks terrible right now, but my stone workers will come in and they'll start smoothing it out, making it look fancy. We can also engrave like pretty architecture and things in there. Architecture, pretty like designs and things, and make it look real nice. And you'll see it'll look much nicer. Right now it looks terrible. And speaking of terrible, let's make that stone stockpile I talked about like 4 hours ago. And we're going to set this one up. I'm just going to set it out here. I guess ideally we could put it inside the fortress so we can grab the stone quickly, like the mason. We could stick a stockpile of stone and wood over here. Would probably be the best way of doing this. So, let's go down. Okay, for digging this thing out, we'll get it set in a minute. And you may start seeing the walls look a little bit nicer. Oh, you know what? It's set up to do that, isn't it? How do I turn that off? Wait, is that... That's a pillar. Oh, wait. Oh, okay, I see. Never mind. It's working. Okay, let me see. Anything else you guys can think of? I need a military. I probably need a military a long time ago. I think that's what we're going to put right at the front here. So we're busy doing temples and libraries and things. We're at war with the elves. We need to have some sort of military. So let's mark this thing in here. Let's build up a dormitory. And let's talk military. Okay. This is a complicated thing. You can only, you can only engrave natural walls and walls that have not been built. Correct. Only rock stuff. All right, so military menu is M. So let's go here, and we can create squad. Only one option here is to create a squad. So we're going to choose what is this squad going to wear. Are they going to wear leather armor, metal armor? Are they going to be archers, or are they going to be naked? We're going to set up an archer squad. Archer squad's the easiest thing to set up immediately. So Archer Squad it is. Now, the Misty Ships is the name of the squad. You can change the name if you want with the shift in. We're going to choose who's in here. So the number one guy is the leader of this squad. And we can come and check who we want to go and do it. So I've just arrow keyed over. We've got a sheriff. We got all kinds of folks. If they have any skills relevant to being an archer, it'll tell me. These guys are all worthless, but we have Udil. Our broker is a competent marks dwarf. Anyone else have any? We have a novice there. So Udil, congratulations, buddy. You're in charge of the military. Ideally, you would want someone that has some sort of a leadership skill or whatever, but whatever. Hey, Ultra. So Udil, you're in charge, and these guys don't have any skills right now, but they may in time. We've got a ranger. Stackhood here as a ranger. A lot of these new guys, we're going to add a few of these guys in. The clerk, the Tan, and then the bowyer. We'll have just a squad of 5 dwarves. So, as you can see on these guys, there's options down here. We can see what we want to look at with them. We can equip them, and we can see what if they're going to grab leather armor and all this, and they're going to grab a ranged weapon, whatever they want to grab. They'll grab a buckler. They'll do all this on their own. So there's nothing you need to mess with if that escape gets you back. Oops, get you all the way back. We can come back here. We can look at them all again. We can mess with the schedule also. We'll come back to that in a minute. So right now they're in a squad. They're in a military squad. If we want to activate them, we can hit S, which is S over here? Squads. There's our squad, the misty ships. If we want them to do something, we can hit A, and we can highlight whatever we want them to kill. If there's something out here we want them to kill, we can find it, and it'll show up on our here. Or we can also just do kill from a. We can also move them. Like say, I want you guys to all move out here. And we can just sort of station them out there. And eventually you'll see them come bouncing around here. I think I do it right. There we go. I didn't hit enter, I guess. Okay, so here they come. They're blinking now, and they will. It's not paused. They will grab whatever gear they have, and you can see their icon changes a little bit. Looks like they're sort of armored. They may not be armored, but they sort of are. And they're just going to station and stand around there. So if you've got somebody coming and attacking, you can sort of assemble your troops there. These are archers. If we can always hit A again. Well, A. I'm on him already. And we can hit O to cancel it. If we want him to kill something, we can go A again to highlight him. Keep him blue. And then K, attack. And we can say, if we have something we want to kill, we can do that. Or we can just hit L from a list. So if there's anything out there, there's our outpost liaison. There's a bunch of ravens out there as well. We can say, go kill that raven. And we hit enter, and they'll run around and go kill the raven. They won't because the raven's flying, and they probably can't hit it. They may be able to shoot it, I guess. But they're going to run out there and stare at it. Probably not be able to get it. There's a cat following that guy. We want to cancel it. We can hit A again. Well, not A again, but and then O to cancel. And they go back to work. So that's basic military running. You can do things like you can set up burrows, so you can have it to where they will go stand in that spot and they will guard that spot. You can have them patrol different spots. It's all very complicated things. We're not going to talk about that, but we've got ourselves a basic military and we know how to move them. If there's something out there, like besides a raven, then we can go and kill it. Oh yeah, by the way, whenever you get new migrants, they bring in pets of their own. So we've got a rooster, we've got a rabbit. Can somebody bring me a hen or something? We got a puppy though. At least. Is it a boy puppy? I don't know. But you may have to kind of keep an eye on that. If you get animals that have to eat. So hit shift in. And a lot of them actually don't have to. Do cavey pups have to eat? I don't know if they do. So we'll throw them in there though. The rabbit, I don't know what to do with it, so I'm just gonna throw it out here. A rooster. Until I get a hen, a rooster is worthless. So I'm just gonna throw them out there. We can eat them, I suppose. Yeah, you know what? Let's eat that rooster. So let's go to Z. We know Z. We know the Z tab. We can hit enter on the animals. This is 47, yeah? And this is all the animals that live in our fortress. We can see that rooster has an owner. Eteb Tak Mebzuth, the clerk. He loves this rooster. We're going to butcher this rooster. We're going to hit B for slaughter. Does it not work because he's owned by somebody? I forget this. Maybe we can't slaughter that guy. Okay, maybe we can't because he's owned by somebody. Maybe we can't slaughter. Can you not slaughter? I didn't even know that. I guess I never tried that. Anyway, we got a yak bull here. We don't want. Let's go slaughter this yak bull. We're gonna hit B on the yak bull and slaughter him. Get out of here, yak bull. So what's gonna happen is we'll have our butcher will go grab him and slaughter him. Give us bones, give us meat. These dogs, you notice that war training and hunting training has lit up on them. It means they can be trained. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Training for war. We'll train one for war. We do war and hunting? One or the other. We'll do one of each. Sure. Okay. And they're going to be... whoever's doing the training will do that. You can see they're bringing... There's the rooster getting hauled out here into this to the spot out this way. All the animals will get tossed outside. We could build some walls up. That Yakbul has been slaughtered. You heard the squishy sound. And he'll be tossed over here. The meat should get hauled to the kitchen. Actually, it'll go to the leather will go to the tanner. And then the tanner will go to the leather maker. And we can make some leather. It'll automatically go to the tanner. He's already doing the hide tanning right now. And it'll go to the stockpile. If we want the leatherworks to make something, we can make... Let's make some leather armor. That one piece of leather will turn into one piece of armor. Okay. Ooh, you can see the walls are looking a little bit nicer. Ooh. Pretty, huh? Prettiest ASCII you've ever seen. Alright, and let's go... This is going to be Temple Way, right? So let's do that, and we'll dig out a big temple here. We'll do a couple temples. Now... This is like a sandbox game, right? So you can do whatever you want with this. You can do, like, if your dwarves worship one god, I guess you can force that. If you could have a temple for every god that they worship. It's usually a whole list of them. Tinti is my favorite, but Rebels and Kazers are both grazers, are they? I didn't think they were. Hey, Tori. Do I have an animal trainer? I think I do, don't I? I think I set one up. Pretty sure. Yeah, I know I do. I knew I did. Okay, so here's a room for a temple. We're going to go same thing with zones. And we're going to mark this place there. And we're going to say this is a M for meeting area. And we're going to assign the location to this. So this is the first time we've done this. Now, we don't have any locations already made. We're going to add a location. What do we want to make? An inn, a library, a temple, or a guild hall. This is going to be a temple, so we hit T. And now we get to choose which god do we worship at this temple. We can say no one in specifically, so anyone can come and go. We can pick all kinds of different folks, and you can see what the god worships. These are all randomly generated at the start. Am I kind of in the way of this? You can't see that. Move myself real quick. Make myself go away for a second. You can see that Toon over here has 3 worshippers in this fortress, and he worships boundaries. What a thing to worship. We got Thabost, who worships fire and volcanoes. I like that guy. We got Nosum the Pure, rebirth, death, disease, truth, and the velvety satin, love. My. We got Dougal for balance. 13 worshippers of Sebsur. Oh yeah, Sebsur. We saw him before. Order, duty, hunting, fishing. All right, Sebsur. I'll build you a temple bot. What kind of the bot? The bot god. We also have the hairy denomination, which I don't quite understand how this is the new thing. This is new with this edition where you're gonna have like orders of specific gods, and that's what these are. We have a covenant, a communion, and that's what these things are all about. I don't know. Should I build one with this one, or should I just do one to Sebsur? Makes dwarves upset when they can't worship their god. That's correct. So make sure that we have these if we can. I'm gonna put one. I'll put one for Sebsur here. Sebsur Stone Twilight. 13 people want to worship him. So the Sanctum of Larks is the name of this place. If we want to, I'm gonna escape and go back to L, and we can take a look at the Sanctum using arrow keys. They want boxes and bags, and they also would like an instrument in there and a dance floor. This is just open space. If right now it's a shrine. If we make this place extra fancy, it'll raise up, which will bring more folks into my castle to go and worship at this place. You have wandering, I didn't mention this before, but you've got wandering mercenaries. There's wandering like monks. There's mercenaries out there. There's villains now that will come try to steal your artifacts if you have any. And you can see they're already here. It's a big empty room. They're like, hey, let's worship. I built a chest a long time ago, which is supposed to go in the bedroom. So I'm going to hit B and then H for that chest, which is container. I think I have one. We're going to set it in the medical bay. And we have bags to count as well. So I'm going to put that chest in there. A bag would work. But I'm going to save the bags. Let's go and make a few more chests. We'll throw some of those in the temples down there. Temple tiers is a new thing, yeah. Military hasn't changed yet. Other than, you can run out in the world a little more. There's more things out there. You know, these people slacking, just hanging in here and dancing. All right, we're going to do that with all these and make new temples for the various gods. So this is going to be the meeting place, sign location. This is going to be a new location, A for add location. And we're going to make this into a temple. And I'm going to go with... we got Nosum to Pure. Sure. Nosum can go there. The Sanctum of Insights. Same thing. We're doing another one over here. And this is going to be a meeting area. Add location. A for add. T for temple. Let's go with... I kind of like that bot guy. Dougal the balance guy. We'll do him. Church of Equality. If that's not a name for a god of balance, I don't know what is. That's fantastic. Okay, let's go and mark a few more here. Can I do... it's only going to be that spot, isn't it? Let me cancel that zone. Yeah, whatever. We'll leave that one blank. Is there a reason not to build generic temples? I think they like having a specific one. Some dwarves want a dedicated temple, right? Some of them are fine with rando temples. You can see the guy came in with a wheelbarrow grabbing those stones. We could do this one as a just everybody temple. Probably isn't a bad idea. Just so that we have one for everyone. Temple. We can always add boring, but no specific deity. So if, the girders of executing, that's our temple for this guy here.